the theory when I was a little kid that I thought, like, when you go to the bathroom in the plane, it's just, like, shooting your shit out into the air, and then, like, it's just landing on random objects. So, like, when I was a kid, I'd see a plane in the air. I'd be like, oh, shit, plane, cover, because shit's coming flying. No, it's not even like that.
It's time for the Garage Boozing Podcast.
What's up, nerds, and welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. I'm your host, the man with absolutely no plan, the Chase with the face for radio, Chase Sherga. And boy, do I have a great episode for you guys today. And I am joined by absolutely fucking nobody, as Conor McGregor would say, because it's just you and me, you and I. You and me, you and I, me and him. I never say that right. I'm always like me and him and I. I never say him and I. It's the same thing. We all know what I'm saying. Anyway, yes, I've got a great episode for you today. Lots of topics, just me, you, and some Natty Light, the Garage Boozing Championship right here. And we're gonna have ourselves a conversation. But before I get into the episode here, I do want to let you guys know, big news. So, I always tell you guys, the biggest way to support the brand, buy some merch, garageboozing.net, not .com, because the person that owns it really sucks and won't sell it to me, and they're not doing anything with it. Very weird. But yeah, so www.garageboozing.net. Yeah, big sale. And it goes from tomorrow, Wednesday, April 7th, all the way until April 11th, which is Sunday. So Wednesday to Sunday, the whole entire store is 15% off automatically. No promo code needed. All you have to do is when you're going through the Garage Boozing shop, hit the little redeem button at the top, and it'll automatically apply your 15% off at checkout. So if you were thinking about getting some Garage Boozing merch, but you're like, you know what, I don't really know if I want to support the brand, but I think I do, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, well, now's your chance. Support the brand. Please, we're bankrupt. Not really, but help me get the name out there. Support the brand. I tell you, if you get a hoodie, they are the most comfiest hoodies in the entire world. No cap. Yes, I'm 27 years old, and I just said no cap. I'm still hip and cool, all right? I can say stuff like that. But all right, folks, you know what time it is. It's time to sit back, relax, kick your feet up, crack open a cold one, and if you're really feeling fruity, take a shot. Why not? Because this week's episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast starts now. And support for the Garage Boozing Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology developments to provide you with the best tools for your grooming experience. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide, and I have an exclusive offer for my listeners. 20% off plus free shipping when you use the promo code TGBP20 at manscaped.com. That TGBP obviously stands for the Garage Boozing Podcast. But all right, boys, trim that junk of yours. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TGBP20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com with promo code TGBP20. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. Today, it is just you and I, me and you. But to my right, your left if you're watching on YouTube, we have the beautiful Garage Boozing Championship, which is set to be defended next week against Brandon Eastman and Cody Hinckley. I'm pointing like they're here, but they're not, but they're going to be sitting in those chairs, so sure. But yeah. Next week's episode is going to feature good friend of mine, Brandon Eastman. He's been here before. You guys know him. And another good friend of mine, Cody Hinckley. I'm very excited to have Cody on the podcast. So tune in for that next week. But yeah, today's episode, I want to talk about things that I don't understand. And how I got this topic in my head. I was scrolling through the world of TikTok. We've all been there. Well, and if you haven't, I'm telling you, download the TikTok app. Or actually don't. Because if you download TikTok, I'm telling you, it's a rabbit hole, man. After your day's done, you get in bed, and you're like, yeah, I'm really tired. Open up your phone, you pull up TikTok, you watch one little TikTok video, you scroll, you watch another one, you scroll, you watch another one. Next thing you know, it's 4 hours later, and you're like, holy shit, I gotta be up for work in 3 hours. Yeah, happens to me all the time. No lie. TikTok is dangerous, man, but it's awesome. It's like Vine, but on steroids. I love TikTok. I love it. Very entertaining. But yeah, so I was scrolling through the world of TikTok, and I popped up on this video, and this guy's like talking about things that he doesn't understand. And I'm like, wow, this guy gets me. He's like me, but not me. But we're on the total same wavelength because I don't understand this stuff, and I know I'm not the only one here. So I'm going to start this off with the first thing that doesn't make sense to me is like boats and ships. How in the blue hell can you have like a thousands of pounds floating on the ocean and moving? It's just wild to me. It really is. If you really get down and think about it, like if there's this object that you put in the ocean that's like 3,000, actually more than that, tens of thousands of pounds if it's a huge ship and a huge metal object, how is that floating on the ocean and moving? Like why is it not sinking? That does not make sense to me. The thing is so heavy. Like I understand like a little like sailboat, sure, like it's a little like wood object, whatever. But like if this thing is so heavy, why is it not sinking into the ocean? Blows my mind. And I'm sure there's science behind it to prove it. But like I said, no scientist here. I don't understand it. How the hell is a boat like a huge ass like ship, like these things, cargo ships, for example, carrying tens of thousands of pounds of stuff, whatever it is, stuff. How is this thing floating and moving perfectly fine? I don't understand the logistics behind it. That's a huge word. I don't even know if I actually know what that means, but I feel like it made sense. But how is it not sinking? How is it automatically floating? I don't know. Does not make sense. Absolutely unreal. Like I said, a little sailboat, something like that, I get it. They're small. But these huge ass ships, or even like cruise ships, how the hell are cruise ships? How do they float? How do they float? Like, I get how they move. They got the little, like, motors and stuff like that. I understand that. But, like, how are they floating? Why aren't they sinking? Like, when the Titanic sank, all I had to do was hit an iceberg, and then it, like, broke, and then it sank. Why wasn't it sinking before? Why was it floating before? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. The next thing I got here is digital cameras. It blows my mind, so I know it has to blow your guys' mind, that we have the technology to where I can have a phone in my hand or even a digital camera or whatever, and I can go, click, boom, picture pops up, done. What makes more sense to me is the old Polaroid camera. When you would take a picture, and then the little thing would like print out, and you have to whip it back and forth, and then your picture will come out like 30 seconds, a minute later. That makes sense. I don't understand how they're like capturing the picture and like it's coming out. But like now digital cameras or even cell phone stuff like that, it is immediate. You can literally, it's like an eyeball in your phone, an eyeball in your camera. You're taking a picture of something and boom, it's just there. I don't understand it. Who in their right mind was like, you know what, I'm going to create this device where you're going to click a button and a picture's going to pop up. Sure, you have the idea, but how the hell are you smart enough to make it? I don't think anybody that I know in my life, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but I don't think anybody I know would be able to develop that type of technology. That's wild. It really is. It's video cameras, for example, the camera that you're seeing me on right now, this recording, like I'm going to take my memory card, plop it into my computer, and the video of me sitting here doing this will be right on my computer. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. So to me, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Am I glad I have that technology? Absolutely. Am I glad I can go around and take a picture with my friends? Absolutely. Does it make any sense to me at all? No. But I'm glad I have it. All right, now another thing that I don't understand. Well, planes, first of all. Like how planes can just like get up and fly and gravity doesn't apply to them. It applies to everything else in the world. I drop something and it falls towards the ground. But just because it's a plane, it can get up and fly, defying gravity. And another thing I don't understand about planes is the toilets on the plane. So if you've ever been on a plane, which I think probably 99% of you guys have, you go to the bathroom in the plane and you do your business. And flushing the toilet on the plane is like the most inconvenient thing ever. There's that little button, you got to jam it, and you got to push it so hard, you got to jam it in there, and then finally it's like the loudest noise ever. Right, so it would make sense if the theory when I was a little kid that I thought like when you go to the bathroom in the plane, it's just like shooting your shit out into the air and then like it's just landing on random objects. So like when I was a kid, I'd see a plane in the air. I'd be like, oh shit, plane, cover, because shit's coming flying. No, it's not even like that. So where does it go? When you go to the bathroom on the plane, you piss, whatever, where does it go? The way that thing sucks your business out of the toilet is unreal. It's like the loudest noise ever, and it's like the biggest suction. It's like crazy. Scares the shit out of you, no pun intended. But also, if it's not shooting out into the world and like dropping from the sky, why can't it be like a regular toilet? Why can't it have regular toilet water and flush normally if it's going into like a normal, into a little compartment or whatever? I haven't looked this up, so I actually have no idea where it goes, and that's why this is a good conversation, because I don't know. I'll probably look it up after the fact and be like, wow, Chase, you're an absolute idiot. But for now, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Another thing I have here that I don't understand. Water temperature. And what I mean by water temperature is like, say you're taking a shower, right? So I'm not like talking water temperature of the ocean or a pool, stuff like that. I get that, heat and all that stuff. But I'm taking a shower, right? And I got this little nozzle. I turn it left, and within, a second, the water would be scorching hot. I could turn all the way to the right. Within a second, it's freezing cold. How does it make that change so fast? Where's the technology behind that? How does that work? It's absolutely crazy. Like the fact that the temperature of the water can change that extremely quickly. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's just mind-blowing. Draft top. The draft top was designed to give you a better drinking experience all around, and this is how. So you take your beer can, place it in your hand, and then you take our cool little nifty draft top, you stick it right on top of the beer can, give it a little squeeze, and then a little friction, a little to the left, a little to the right. Boom, that easy. You take the tool, push it right inside, and guess what? It just took the top of your beer can right off. By removing the top of the beer can, you get an all-around better drinking experience. You can smell the aromas of the alcohol, you can chug your beer a hell of a lot faster. So forget about a red Solo cup, I'll fill you up. Draft Top just turned your beer can into a cup. So I want you to have one, you want you to have one, Draft Top wants you to have one, and you can get yours now at www.drafttop.com. And don't forget to use promo code 10%-garageboozing at checkout. That is 10%-garageboozing for 10% off www.drafttop.com site-wide. Get yours now, thank me later. All right, back to the show. All right, the next thing I have here that does not make sense to me. Wisdom teeth. I absolutely don't understand why my dentist gets a hard-on every time that he's looking at my mouth and he's like, oh, you got to get your wisdom teeth out. You got to get your wisdom teeth out. Why? First of all, both my wisdom teeth on the top of my mouth came in perfectly fine, so why the hell do I have to get them out? Yeah, the ones on the bottom haven't come in, but like they're like, oh, you got to get them out. It's going to mess up all the rest of your teeth, stuff like that. Are they just saying that to scare me, or is it like actually a thing? Because like what were people doing before the dentist? Dentists have not been around forever. So like people in the early 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, or even before Christ, like what did these people do when their wisdom teeth came in? You see what I'm saying? And why are they called wisdom teeth? To me, it's pretty stupid. It's stupid to me that every single person you know has gotten their wisdom teeth out. Well, me, I'm a fighter. I fight my dentist every time. I know exactly what he's going to say when he sticks that little thing in my mouth and he takes the x-rays and everything, exits the room, and it goes zzz, and then my little x-rays go on. He's like, oh, Chase, you still haven't got your wisdom teeth out. You're fucking right, Doc. I'm not going to get my wisdom teeth out. I'm a rebel. I see no reason to get my wisdom teeth out. He can't sell me on it. He tries to sell me every time. I'm like, dude, I'm not getting them out. I'm not going to do it. Oh, well, it might cause a lot of pain when you're older. Yeah, why? My wisdom teeth are fine, other than the ones I haven't grown in, but they're just sitting there. They're chilling. So if I have any dentist friends, please tell me where I'm wrong here. But like, again, that leads me back to my previous question. The people like way before the technology we have now, before x-rays, stuff like that, what did they do when it didn't kill them? They didn't die. Like when their wisdom teeth came in, or if it like jumbled up their teeth, which God forbid, I hope it doesn't. Like if it comes, I will tell you what. I'll tell you what, Doc, if you're listening. You're probably not listening, but Doc, if my bottom wisdom teeth come in and they jumble up all my teeth, I will personally come into your office and say, sir, you were right. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're just trying to scare me. I don't know. I could be wrong. But either way, wisdom teeth, it just doesn't make sense to me how everyone has to get the wisdom teeth out when hundreds of years ago, like what the hell did they do? You're not going to tell me hundreds of years ago you had a dentist taking a tool and like removing literally removing your wisdom teeth. There's no way. They didn't have medicine back then. There's no like painkiller, stuff like that. And if I'm absolutely wrong and that was happening back then, whew, all the power to you. I think people probably were a lot tougher back then regardless compared to now, but like still. That's no like easy job. Ripping up a gum and then like searching in for a wisdom tooth, ripping it out, and then having a hole in your mouth for a couple days until it goes away. Yeah, I don't know. Not for me. Another thing I have here that I don't understand, but I absolutely love, is my cell phone or any phone, a house phone, a pay phone, whatever. How the hell can I pick up this little mobile device that's not plugged into anything and I can call someone in England and they can answer in 10 seconds or less? Who thought of this? Like, or the technology behind it absolutely blows my mind. But regardless, it does not make sense to me. I do not understand it. Do I love it? Yes. I absolutely love the tool. I love the communication. But it absolutely blows my mind that I can take this little thing and dial a phone number in England and call and talk to them right now. Like, dude, how was that technology made? I was just talking about technology before. How the hell was that technology made? Yeah, it's so instant. Even a text message. You send a text and it's like, bam, on your friend's phone immediately. How is that even possible? I don't understand it, but I love it. One thing here now that's on my list that really boggles my mind is language. That's right, language. So, like, obviously, there's multiple different languages in the world. We've got English, Spanish, Arabic, whatever, Chinese, French. The list goes on. Language blows my mind because obviously language started somewhere. So, like, how the hell did people know what people were saying before languages were a thing? How do they communicate? That's what I want to know, and that's what doesn't make sense to me. So, like, is there a team of people that got together and were like, you know what, we're going to make the English language. This means library. This means book. This means cave. This means bird. Like, who decided what means what? Because obviously the language is just like our body making a noise or a sound, but like all of us understand it. I get it. We all have brains. We get it. I learned language surprisingly with my brain power, but like, who was there a team of experts choosing each language? Like French stuff, like French is way different than English. What, like, I don't know. Why can't there just be one language? That'd be a hell of a lot easier. I guess like there were different languages made at different times, but like you're telling me that there was like a bunch of different people and different parts of the world that were just like, all right, this means that means this, that means that. Wild. But like you can't even really say that because you don't know what the person's saying. Isn't that crazy? Like, think about it. Like, when life first existed, I wonder how long it took for language to be a thing. I'm just glad that I wasn't one of the first people put on Earth, because if someone was trying to create a language with me, yeah, I'd fuck it up. So I'm glad I'm here now where all this technology exists and makes my life easier. Because, God, without all this stuff, whew, I'd be in trouble. It really is. It really is crazy if you think about it. Like, and the thing is, like, none of us really actually know. Like, there can be like history books and stories and stuff like that, but like language goes back like BC, like long time ago. So that's a whole wild thing to me. Like, so if like there's the whole Adam and Eve thing, and everyone like it started with Adam and Eve, and they were all branching off and stuff like that, wouldn't they all like speak the same language? That's what you would think, right? Well, I guess not. If there's all these million different languages, so wild. It is an awesome concept, though. It's very cool that we are humans are dominant for that reason. That we are smart enough to be able to learn a language as a child, grow up, speak the language even better, like, and just like communicate using your sound, like a voice that your body makes, and you can have a fluent conversation. You can communicate with someone, and that's why I wonder if like when dogs are like barking at each other or like whimpering at each other, if they know what each other means, like, or even any animal, how do they communicate? Like, how do tigers communicate with other tigers? Weird, man. Weird. So weird. Whatever. I think it's fucking cool. All right, folks. Let me tell you all about the pump action shotgun tool. Whoa. There's a tool for shotgunning? Hell yeah, there is. So listen to this. The pump action shotgun tool, created by the Drunk Engineers. Love that name, by the way. It makes shotgunning a hell of a lot easier, and let me tell you how. So you're going to take your beer, and you're going to stick it right in the shotgun tool, like this. Hold it like that so the air pockets are up here, and then you're going to give it a little squeeze. You're going to hear pop, bam, pop. But look at that, no mess. So right now the air pocket's right up here, and you're going to want to make sure you take this, push that down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the tool. Hold the beer can in place to the mouthpiece. Then you're going to put your mouth on the mouthpiece and shotgun. And boom, no mess. You can shotgun at the dinner table, family events, wherever you want with absolutely no mess. So forget shotgunning, slamming a knife right through. Yeah, not a thing anymore. Thanks to the Pump Action Shotgun Tool by Drunk Engineers. And you can get yours right now. So just log on to www.drunkengineers.ca. Don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. That's right, promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. Go get yours now. Thank me later. Back to the show. So another thing here that I absolutely do not understand. So if you're a texter, I'm a texter. I'm a big texter guy. Someone could call me. I won't answer, but I'll text them back in a couple minutes. Be like, oh, sorry, I'm doing this, just so I don't have to talk on the phone. Talking on the phone is very inconvenient. If you have a cell phone, you have texting, text me. We'll text. I'm a very busy guy. I'm always doing this. I'm always doing that. If you call me, you're interrupting me. If you text me, you're not interrupting me. I see a text, it takes me 10 seconds to text you back. You call me, we're going to talk on the phone for 10, 15 minutes, and I just lost 10, 15 minutes of productivity. So if you have a phone, you want to communicate with me, text me. But anyway, speaking of texting, speaking about language, if you're one of those people out there that after every single text message or every sentence you say LOL, oh my God, put your phone down. That is the most annoying thing ever. When the internet was first a thing, they created LOL, laugh out loud, which at the time, I remember growing up early 2000s, I didn't have a computer, and then eventually we got a computer, and sure, internet, AOL, Instant Messenger, stuff like that. Back when you said LOL back then, it was like, you're actually laughing out loud. Now you say LOL, and it's just to like make the person feel good or like be a happy medium in the conversation. Like, I'm telling you, and you gotta agree with me, 99% of you, when you say LOL, you're not laughing. You're not laughing out loud. So why the hell are you putting your text message? You send a text message, LOL at the end. Another text message, LOL at the end. So you're telling me you're like, hey, what's up? Not much, you. How was your day? Oh, I had a great day. Oh, me too. Did you watch that movie? Yeah, I did. It was pretty funny. No, conversations don't go like that. So when you're texting, it should go the same way. Like, I understand abbreviations. Like, instead of YOU, people put U. Sure, like, that's fine. Instead of OK, people say K. Great, whatever. Actually, no, K means attitude. Don't ever send me a text and say K unless you're pissed. Type out at least OK or OKAY like a normal person. Because if you're just saying K, you're mad, and I feel bad. So don't say K. Got it, Dad? I hope you're listening, because every time my dad texts me, I say something, he's like, K. I'm like, shit, what did I do this time? What did I do now, Dad? Who knows? But yeah, that was just a list of 8 things that don't really make sense to me. And I'm curious, have any of you guys ever thought about these things? And if not, I hope I got your mind a little boggling, because like, if you really think down into it, into the science behind it, like it would take me years to understand the science behind this stuff. Like, I don't know. But wild. Blows my mind. But these are just some things I think about. I saw that little TikTok, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's on the same wavelength as me. But with all of that being said, I think it's time to wrap this one up. Last week, we had the longest episode ever, so I'm not going to do that to you guys once again. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in once again to the Garage Boozing Podcast. And please don't forget the absolute number one way to support the brand. Like I said at the beginning, buy some merch. We got hats, we got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got sweatshirts. You name it, we got it. And starting tomorrow, Wednesday, April 7th, all the way until Sunday, April 11th, the Garage Boozing Podcast shop is 15% off. That's a bargain. So if you want to get the comfiest hoodie in the world, I shit you not, these hoodies are so comfortable. Premium cotton, oh my God, so comfy, and they don't shrink. www.garageboozing.net, 15% off, Wednesday to Sunday. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to follow the brand on all of your favorite social media accounts at Garage Boozing, as well as YouTube. And of course, do not forget to hit that like, subscribe, follow, whatever button it is on all of your favorite platforms. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, you name it, we're there. So don't forget to hit that button so you can be notified when a new episode is released. But all right, folks, I think that's all the time we have today. Like I said, make it short and simple for you this week, because I killed it with a long episode last week, which I hope you loved, because Ben, that guy, can talk, and I love it. Next week, we're going to have my friend Brandon Eastman back on the podcast again, joined by another good friend of mine, Cody Hinckley, and you guys are going to absolutely love it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in once again to this episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. I can't thank you enough for your support. And yeah, I'll see you nerds next week.
Ladies, gentlemen, and nerds. Do you have what it takes to be a guest on the fastest growing, alcohol chugging, and nonsense talking podcast? Well, now is your chance. The Garage Boozing Podcast has new guests every week, and you could be one of them. Just simply log on to www.garageboozing.net. Click the Be on the Show tab and submit your information. It's that simple. Join the BOOZEMENT or be a loser. Don't miss your chance because we're taking this to the moon.